A new dawn is upon Sudan as it has a new prime minister. His name is Kamil Idris. Army Chief General Abdel Fattah Burhan made the appointment. This occurred on Monday, May 20, 2025, marking a potentially pivotal moment. The nation has been without a prime minister for 2 years. The civil war caused this leadership vacuum. This appointment is the first of its kind since the devastating civil war started. The conflict erupted in April 2023. General Burhan's decision follows recent military gains. The Sudanese army has made steady advances, pushing back the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF. This shift in momentum is important as it provides a backdrop for political change. Kamil Idris is not a newcomer to public service. He has a background in international law and previously served Sudan at its United Nations mission as the country's legal advisor. Furthermore, he is a respected member of the UN International Law Commission. His experience could be very valuable now. Many hope his legal mind will aid Sudan. The timing of Idris's appointment is significant. It follows months of intense fighting. The military has been asserting more control, including key areas previously lost. The most notable recent success was in Khartoum. This happened in March 2025 when the army ousted the RSF from the capital. This was a major turning point, setting the stage for Monday's announcement. The current war in Sudan has deep roots. It began in April 2023, stemming from a power struggle between two main factions. On one side stood the national military, led by General Abdel Fattah Burhan. On the other side were the Rapid Support Forces, a powerful paramilitary group. Tensions had been building for months prior. Before this conflict, Sudan saw political change. The last Prime Minister, Abdallah Hamdok, resigned from his post in 2022 amid a political deadlock. Pro-democracy protests were widespread at that time as citizens demanded a return to civilian governance. The transition to democracy was fragile and ultimately faltered, leading to more instability. This instability paved the way for the current war. The fight for Khartoum was particularly brutal, with the capital city becoming a major battleground. In March 2025, the army regained control, successfully ousting the RSF from Khartoum. This was a significant military victory for Burhan's forces. However, the RSF has not been entirely defeated. They still control other territories. The fight for national control continues, and the country remains deeply fractured by the conflict. In response to army advances, the RSF and their allies made a political move. In February 2025, they signed a charter in Nairobi, Kenya. The charter aimed to establish a parallel government calling for a secular, democratic, and decentralized state. This further complicates Sudan's political landscape, showing a clear division in authority. Kamil Idris faces an enormous task. His primary responsibility will be forming a transitional government that must navigate a deeply divided nation and bridge the gaps created by war. He must select ministers and establish priorities under intense scrutiny. The weight of expectation is considerable and his success is crucial for Sudan's future. The challenges are numerous and complex. Restoring security across Sudan is paramount, and disarming militias will be a major hurdle. Rebuilding trust between warring factions seems almost impossible. The economy is in ruins and infrastructure has been severely damaged. Idris must also address humanitarian needs as millions require urgent aid and support. These are just some of the initial difficulties. The war has inflicted a terrible toll on Sudan's people. At least 20,000 individuals have been killed, though the actual death toll is likely much higher. Accurate figures are hard to obtain in conflict zones. Nearly 13 million people have been displaced, forced from their homes. About 4 million of these have fled, seeking refuge in neighboring countries, creating regional instability. The humanitarian crisis is staggering. Half of Sudan's population faces hunger, which is approximately 25 million people. Access to food, clean water, and healthcare is severely limited, and international aid efforts are struggling to cope. The war has disrupted agriculture and trade, tearing apart the fabric of Sudanese society. The new prime minister must address this suffering as an immediate and urgent priority. The international community is watching Sudan closely. Kamil Idris's appointment has generated cautious optimism. Many nations and organizations hope this is a genuine step towards peace. However, skepticism remains due to past failures. Statements from world leaders emphasize dialogue and call for an inclusive political process. Support will likely be conditional. Political analysts offer various perspectives. Osman Mirgani, a respected commentator, views this positively. He stated that appointing Idris is important and a step toward restoring civilian-led rule. It could help address Sudan's deep political crisis. Mirgani noted Idris has no strong political affiliations, which might increase his acceptance and make him a unifying figure, crucial in a polarized environment. The core issue remains restoring civilian-led governance. Sudan's journey towards democracy has been difficult, marked by coups and conflicts. The military has often held power, but the people of Sudan have repeatedly demanded change. They have called for a government that represents them. Idris's premiership is seen as a chance to return to that path toward a civilian government. Ultimately, the success of Idris's government is vital for the millions of Sudanese affected by war. They long for peace and stability and need a chance to rebuild their lives. The appointment offers a glimmer of hope, suggesting a potential end to the fighting and the beginning of recovery. The road ahead is undoubtedly difficult, but the journey towards peace must begin now.